Welcome back to Economics, Basic Economics. This is Dr. Kling. We're on to lesson number 4, fourth basic concept, comparative advantage. Okay, many years ago I started a business and I got a lot of advice that was sort of like this. You don't have to pay an accountant or bookkeeper. There's this software that you could get and you could keep your own books. You don't have to pay a lawyer to incorporate your business. You can do it yourself if you get hold of the right documents. You don't need to pay somebody to do programming of your website. You can do that yourself, and so on and so on and so on. Sounds like great advice, right? You can save money. You can do it all yourself. It's horrible advice, because I would never have had time to do my job as an entrepreneur, which is really sell what I have to offer, if I spend all the time doing that stuff myself. Doing things yourself is a horrible idea from an economic standpoint. What you want, a good example would be, should a surgeon ever mow her own lawn? I mean, even if she's really terrific at mowing lawns, can mow a lawn twice as fast as the fastest person she could pay to mow a lawn, should she mow a lawn? The answer is no. So the simple principle of comparative advantage is a surgeon should not mow her own lawn. And I think we understand why. Her comparative advantage. Okay, this is one of these things that's obvious, but we apply jargon to it. Her comparative advantage is doing surgery. If she needs to get her lawn mowed, instead of spending an hour mowing her lawn, she can do 10 minutes of surgery and get enough money to pay somebody else to mow her lawn, or maybe 2 minutes of surgery. So it's a very simple concept to understand. Comparative advantage. Do something you're best at. Okay, so let's get a definition, and we'll throw in the other jargon of opportunity cost. So when the opportunity cost of doing something yourself is high, so the opportunity cost of doing something yourself is high, then pay someone else to do it. That's the principle. So the opportunity cost for me as an entrepreneur of doing my own bookkeeping or my own legal work or my own website programming or my own secretarial work, that opportunity cost is high. That's why explains a lot of things. So comparative advantage explains again why surgeon never mows the lawn. Now, of course, if the surgeon is out of work as a surgeon, can't find work as a surgeon, maybe they mow their lawn, or if they just love doing that lawn mowing and just get so much pleasure out of it, then maybe they'll mow their own lawn, but they really shouldn't do it. Why the CEO will use a secretary to make appointments, because the CEO has a high opportunity cost of time. So CEO has a high opportunity cost of time. And so does the surgeon. Surgeon has a high opportunity cost of time. So what's often contrasted with comparative advantage is absolute advantage. Absolute advantage. So the CEO might be faster than the secretary at making plane reservations, let's say. But even though the CEO could make his plane reservations faster than the secretary could, the CEO has a high opportunity cost of using time, and so it pays to have the secretary make the plane reservations. And so this is a very general principle. You shouldn't do your own gardening, probably. People talk about, oh, let's all grow our own vegetables. But the principle of comparative advantage says, don't grow your own vegetables. There's somebody out there who has a comparative advantage in growing vegetables. So this is a very powerful principle. I like to think of it as applying just to individuals, but what you'll see is people apply it to countries. Textbooks do that to try to show that there are gains from trade. But I'll talk about this issue of gains from trade next time. I prefer not to think of comparative advantage as something involving nations. I think it really is best thought of as something that applies to individuals or maybe to a particular business. Let's say our business doesn't have a comparative advantage in doing legal work, therefore we pay somebody else to do legal work. But that's the principle of comparative advantage. The next time we'll apply it to issues of international trade.